Ferguson police use tear gas on protesters and arrest at least 2 reporters. What's going on, guys? Make Electric. Thursday, August the 14th, 2014. I'd like to retract a statement I made in my last video about the police using restraint. That may have been true in the first few days of all this, but what we saw last night is just unacceptable in my opinion. I'm going to give you this link from MSNBC. Peaceful demonstration over the killing of an unarmed black teenager turned violent Wednesday as police in paramilitary fatigues and riot gear tear gassed dozens of protesters, fired stun grenades into the crowd, and arrested reporters in a third night of chaos in the aftermath of the shooting of Michael Brown. Young black men and women protesters, with their hands held high in the air, had refused to heed police orders to disperse as the sun set on the St. Louis suburb of 20,000. While there had been some taunts from the crowd, no one appeared armed, and there was no evident threat to police. But as darkness descended, forces moved in. The article goes on. I'll put a link to it. This all, apparently somebody threw a bottle, I guess is the official story here. Somebody threw a bottle at police. We were all watching the live stream. If someone threw something, it was very limited in damage. I didn't see anything myself. Then the order was given. This is no longer a peaceful protest. The gas and rubber bullets started to fly. MSNBC's got continuing coverage in that article. I'll put a link to it, along with the fact that 2 reporters were apparently arrested at a McDonald's for trespassing or some nonsense. They were let go a little time later. But it does seem like the police are starting to move on the media. In fact, the second link will be to this. Police fire tear gas near Al Jazeera crew, then disassemble the gear after they flee. Not only do they gas the news crew, but they take their gear apart, which was probably still recording. Why is that? What don't you want people to see? Raw footage. I'll put a link from Fox 2 KTVI, 18 seconds long YouTube video of what it looked like when the gas was first deployed, along with the stun grenades and explosions going on. I'll put another video under that, 1 minute 42 seconds, a little more elaborate, of people fleeing, tear gas being fired into residential neighborhoods where people live. You know, it's a cool night tonight. People probably have their windows open, so this gas is probably going into their homes. Picture from earlier in the day. Now, you may say, well, somebody threw a bottle which sparked all this off. Let me ask you a question. Why were there sniper rifles trained on people that were in the crowd throughout the day? Here's a picture that I'll put that's posted on Twitter. Picture from earlier, high-powered rifles trained on protesters. Who are they pointing these guns at? Several times last evening while we were watching the live feeds, we saw the people on top of the MRAPs just pointing their rifles, training their rifles on people in the crowd. For what? Nobody was being disruptive. What goes through? What is the mentality of a person who feels the need to continuously point their gun at people that aren't doing anything wrong? What's he thinking? God, I wish I could pull the trigger. Unacceptable. Video. Snipers point laser scopes at unarmed Ferguson protesters. InfoWars picked it up. They have a ton more information. To put things in perspective, you know, if a picture says 1,000 words, how about 32 pictures? 32 powerful images of Ferguson after the death of Michael Brown from BuzzFeed. Scroll through the pictures. That's what it looks like. To put things further in perspective, here's a link. Ferguson or Iraq? ? Photos unmask the militarization of America's police force. Take a look at the side-by-sides between what's going on in Ferguson and what's going on in Iraq. It's kind of hard to separate the two. This isn't just a Michael Brown issue. This is something we've been talking about for years. The continuous militarization of the police forces across this country should be alarming to everybody. Breaking. Al Sharpton heckled at St. Louis presser. Are you here to snitch on the rioters? Right on, this August 12th. I don't care for Sharpton myself. In fact, I got another one from the Gateway Pundit. Protesters lash out at Obama and Sharpton. They say, you haven't changed anything. F you. Right on. Good for the people in the crowd. There was another police shooting. Police shoot man pointing gun at officers in Ferguson. Woman shot in drive-by. Fox 2 Now has the official story on this from police. However, I'll put another link from Fox 2 Now. Demonstrator claims he was beaten by police after witnessing this shooting. So I don't know. You can hear their side and hear his side. I haven't even had time to go into that one. You know, I got some backlash on the last video I posted. I haven't had time to go through all the comments yet, but I do see things like, well, you failed to mention that Michael Brown was supposedly reaching for the officer's weapon when the struggle was going on in his car. You know, that's the official story from police. That's what little they have put out. But I got another link here from CNN. Witnesses to Michael Brown shooting detail his last minutes. They go in to talk about how it's not the way the cops are saying it at all. So, you know, let's just say for a minute, because people are also talking about, oh, look, his pants are sagging and he was a thug and all this. That kind of thing doesn't matter to me. Whether he was this person or was that person, the fact remains he was fleeing from an officer who shot him in the back, who took a pause and then proceeded to shoot him a number of more times, murdering him in the street. Now, whether he was a perfect child or whether he was a thug, in my opinion, he does not deserve to be gunned down and left in the middle of the street for all the neighborhood to look at for hours. That right there was a psychological message to everyone else. That's just my opinion, though. I'll put that link if you want to go through what the witnesses are saying about what happened. Again, I don't know what happened. Little details have been released as far as the official account of events. Maybe it comes out that he was trying to reach for the officer's gun, some sort of struggle. Even then, did he deserve to be gunned down in the middle of the street? Is that the way we do things in America? One more link at the bottom just to put things in perspective. Pic of from West Florissant aftermath, rubber bullet impact into the stomach. Now imagine that to the head. Take a look at that picture. That's what was being shot off last night. As much as I hate to admit it, the police state has come to the St. Louis area. It's heartbreaking to watch this go down. And to the police that fired the tear gas and moved in on that crowd, what do you hope to accomplish with that? Do you think that that's going to ratchet things down? You just pissed off a lot more people. Not to mention, you put all law enforcement officers across the area in jeopardy. Do you realize that your actions are being watched by the entire world? This is going out live to the planet. Think about that. Am I out of line? As much as I want to support my first responders, I cannot support what happened last night. Can't do it. All the links are below. Please tell me your thoughts. Please rate this video. Please pass it around. Share the links below. Make sure people know what's going on. No matter who Michael Brown was or was not, I don't believe he deserved to get gunned down in the middle of the street. And besides that, what happened last night, unacceptable in my opinion. Is that what you would like to see all across America? Ask yourself that. Till the next one, you guys take care, stay safe. I'll see you on the next one.